Hallo liebe Star Trek-Freunde. Letzte Aufnahme war ohne Ton. Da war ich eben zu dumm und diesmal gibt es wieder Ton. Also mit Sprache. Das heißt, wir gehen wieder in die Episode hinein. Mir war ja der Krieg hier. Und da gehen wir jetzt in die temporale Ausdehnung. Die Sphärebauer führen Operationen in einem Quantenuniversum ähnlich den unseren durch. Sie müssen aufgehalten werden.
We have discovered that the sphere builders have been conducting operations in other universes. They aren't just looking to make changes in time, but in other dimensions as well. Their experiments in the parallel universe have produced results that will aid them in forming expanses here. We need to travel to that reality and stop the sphere builder research, while we still can.
So, und mir Transform. Habe extra diese Stunde abgewartet. Los geht's. Neue Episode Patrouille und Einsatzkommando. 2 neue Episode, 3 neue Patrouillen und ein neues Einsatzkommando mit Robert Ovalia als AK. Die temporale Auslegung. Wir sind in einem alternativen Quantenuniversum angekommen. Admiral Stellare Kartographie Fieberisch deutet unseren Ort als Delphische Region. Aber laut meinen Berechnungen sind wir im Jahr 2260. Ich erfasse einige Schiffe auf den Langstreckensensoren, Höhlendesign und Warp-Signaturen weisen auf klingonischen Ursprung.
In 2387, an incident created a quantum rift between our universe and this one. A Romulan ship accidentally traveled here through a singularity. They found themselves in 2233 and later destroyed the USS Kelvin in battle. This caused their timeline to differ from ours. As a result, we now refer to it as the Kelvin timeline. We believe the sphere builders communicate with their operatives through the rift.
So, jetzt wissen wir, wo
Yes.
wir gelandet sind.
In our timeline, they used the Xindi as a proxy force. I suspect they're doing the same thing here with the Klingons. I'm reading multiple spheres under construction in this sector, as well as the wreckage of spheres. I suspect the local forces are trying to prevent an expanse from being formed.
Jetzt müssen wir Arch.
This sphere isn't active yet. We need to neutralize it before the builders can create an
Come on.
expanse.
This is the USS Yorktown.
I do hope you've come to fight, Katok. If not, you may whimper and wait for my blade at your throat.
Reading multiple Klingon life signs on Yorktown's bridge. Enemy reinforcements inbound.
Unidentified vessel. This is the USS Yorktown. We are under attack by Klingon boarding parties. Can you provide assistance? Over here. Greetings. I am Simon.
Thanks. I'm not sure which Starfleet you're in exactly, but I'm guessing you won't mind giving my crew a hand here. The Klingons really did a number on us.
Thank you. I thought we were finished. The Klingons weren't interested in taking prisoners.
Thanks. I hope you're here to deal with these spheres.
Yep, genau deswegen. Verwechseln oder was? Oder bin ich falsch wieder?
Thank you. Oh, my head's still spinning. That last Klingon photon hit sent me flying into the ops console. Head first.
We could use some help putting out these fires. Come over here after you put out the last fire. Over here. All right. We were about to begin sabotage operations on the sphere when the Klingons came to call. As you can see, Yorktown and her crew are in rough shape, but that thing needs to be neutralized. Can I count on you and your crew to help us finish the job? Glad to hear it. We've got explosives ready to go, but we'll need to find a proper infiltration point on the sphere. Work with my science officer to make that happen.
Use the starboard console. Together we can triangulate our scanners. Admiral Garrett, I believe we found a suitable location. I have reviewed your proposed infiltration coordinates. They are tactically sound. We can commence operations at your command. Be advised, in previous encounters on board spheres, the occupants have been quick to mobilize their defense forces. Expect heavy opposition.
I'll stay on the Yorktown to assist Admiral Garrett and his crew. We'll monitor your progress from the bridge and provide tactical updates as we can.
Wir beamen uns rüber, aber hier, Dalli. Wir erfassen ihre klingonische Lebenszeichen in unserer Nähe.
Commander! Kill those intruders!
To date, the most effective Starfleet tactic has been to trigger a critical series of detonations within their power suite. Such disruptions have resulted in destruction of a sphere.
Experiment 2674. Despite attempts to compensate for trans-dimensional drift, the protocol initiation led to universal instability and, ultimately, entropic acceleration. Galactic habitable spaces, 0. Life signs, minimal. Project terminated.
Receiving data. I had no idea the sphere builders were involved in so many alternate realities.
You cannot stop our plans!
I was part of the team that devised the sphere neutralization tactics aboard USS Enterprise. After our initial success, I was deployed to the Yorktown to share my expertise on such matters.
Experiment 3331. The Expanse grew at an acceptable rate, until it was discovered by the Iconian Dominion Alliance. After intense resistance, we were able to decimate their core systems with targeted micro-expanses. But their desperation assault in subspace led to a complete entropic breakdown and, ultimately, universal disruption. Galactic habitable spaces, 0. Life signs, indeterminate. Project terminated.
This data, they've exterminated entire galaxies with their experiments.
It seems your alliance with the Klingons has been profitable, Builders.
It has. Like the Zindi, they are eager for conquest.
However,
The technology you have provided destroys as well as creates.
The Resistance has been disruptive to our progress. Your promises appear thin, Envoy.
I assure you, all is going according to plan. Nothing they will do will keep us from our goals.
And yet, I see a familiar disruption has presented itself again.
A minor nuisance. I suggest letting your Klingons do what they do best.
I will deal with this disruption. It's time you learned that you cannot prevail, intruder. You will fall to ruin. I have had enough of you! The Tutarians were a peaceful race, until your misbegotten alliance committed an act of genocide! We were all but annihilated. Only a scant few of us escaped to safety, lost and forgotten within a dimensional void. The Envoy has given us the means to manipulate events. We had begun to undo the damage you have done to us. Quantum realms such as this are ours to study without risk to our own. And should this realm unravel, there is an infinite number of realms remaining to us. Yes, just as you were willing to do so to achieve your goals, do not presume to judge me, murderer! The Expanse Protocol will wipe you from existence, and with your passing, bring justice to my people at long last.
Something is happening. The sphere is emitting a high level of thermobaric radiation. We must complete our objective at once. I have finished working on the sphere network. Prepare the final charge for detonation. Final charge deployed. We can return and initiate the detonation chain on your command.
Experiment 4472. Projections indicate increased habitable living area and expanse growth rate. Early estimates suggest a 500% increase. Local resistance, primarily from this realm's version of the Federation, has been crude but effective. Deploying Klingon proxy forces at key sphere deployments should alleviate this concern.
The latest data is local. It corresponds to this universe's quantum signature.
Ausdehnung wirkt sich auf unsere Schritte und Ruhe aus. Wir können ihr nicht lange standhalten, bevor die Besatzung die negativen Effekte erleidet. Auf dem Beton wird es noch schlimmer sein.
Sphere builder ships, inbound.
We are being jammed. We're going to need to recover.
Okay, danke. Ich habe die J-Town in der Leitung, Admiral. Sie sind bereit. Sie und 0718 für unsere Besprechung hier rüber zu Militär.
Nice work over there.
It was rough for a moment, but you both...
What the?
I'll see you back on the ship, sir.
Most curious. I believe that wound occurred due to a temporal shift. Something has happened elsewhere. A question for another time, perhaps.
In the end, you came through for us. On behalf of Starfleet and the Yorktown crew, thanks.
Indeed. Safe travels to you and your crew.
So Leute, das war's mit Star Trek Online für heute.
The Envoy's been busy since our last meeting. I think we can add the Sphere Builders to our list of known TLF associates and members after this encounter. The Builders are no strangers to temporal war. Their experience could tip the balance of power against us. Fortunately, their ability...
Wir hören uns irgendwann wieder. Ciao, ciao.